How you doing? Um, Hopefully, this all can be seen what's happening. The first thing I'm going to do is I am going to reboot the plethora. You see that? Now that's weird. Why does it do that? And what I discovered was I have the USB connected to it, but the app is not on it. App is not up and running, so that's the first thing that's weird. That's the first time I've seen that done twice. So now I'm gonna unplug the USB. Wow. So now I'm going to power off. Or maybe I shouldn't because now it's stuck. Wow. I hope this powers on again. Okay. So now I'm going to try again. I'm going to There we go again. Well, I thought I would be able to go through the stuff and show you what's going on. But obviously, there is a bigger problem that's going on with. Oh, there's a bigger problem going on with this firmware. Unless this unit is malfunctioning completely. Okay, so it seems to be up and running. I'm going to take it out. I just want to see if everything got cleared. So let's go through the boards. And it looks like it looks like it's all cleared. All right, well, I'm going to continue on. So I'm going to start the app. Okay, I'm gonna plug in. I'm gonna create a new board. Well, let's create a new board first. Okay. Plethora. Now, you hit the plethora. Now we have all the tone prints, and we're going to go to vortex flanger. I'm going to put a flanger in the first slot. Okay, so first thing that I think needs to be changed, only in my opinion, is that all the parameters here are set at 50, 50, 50. Would like to know, well, actually would like to understand why it would default to 50, 50, 50, because if the parameters that you have set for default for the vortex, why can't the parameters be shown on here? Because that should be a good indication whether or not it's actually working correctly. Now I know what's going to happen now is that if I touch any of these of the control knobs, it's going to it's going to go to the I guess the parameter. So let's see. 39. That is something that I don't understand. I would have to end up writing if I wanted to default all the time. The default parameters should always come up when you're hitting, when you hit whatever tone print that you select. Personally, as well as, and I understand, even in with the artist presets, you cannot go into the artist preset and play around with it. That's understandable, but at least show the parameters or the default parameters that you're going to play with that should come up on the plethora. That way you have some sort of reference. I mean, to do this, I mean, now I know those were supposed to be. But what happens is, now I'm going to go to a different tone print. Now, if I'm hooked up to the app as the way I am, if I go to another, which I'm going to use the extreme, fast flanger, or jet flanger, Pete's moderate jet flanger, and I hit it, these parameters are going to stay. Does that seem right? I don't know what that parameter actually really sounds like, because once again, I have to play with this and hopefully it will change to the right thing. No. See that? It doesn't. Right there. I don't know what that sounds like until I plug it in. But that's not the default sound, which is kind of weird. I don't think that should be that way. That's the sound that's coming out of that settings that were the original from the regular default. Sounds exactly the same. So now, let's go to the edit. Now, here's the problem with output. As Mike Nickel said, there was something going on where somehow the app or the firmware is resetting to negative 100. Well, here's a weird thing. Why would it go to negative 100 when I could take this down like this, and by negative 10 I don't even have a flanger sound? I mean, why make them so extreme where I could go by negative 13, I have nothing? That makes no sense. What's the point of going to negative 100? You can't hear it. Maybe you should take it to something like, I mean, I understand 0 is supposed to be unity, but some people actually like to not have an effect be at unity. Sometimes they wanted to go, 1 dB to 5 dB to be a little louder. So anyway, well, now I'm going to change the parameter, and then the default, what was the default, Dad? It said 10 and then 39. Well, is anything changing on the plethora when I'm changing anything right now? That should be connectivity where it's being seen. And why would you have it at any parameter going to 100 and not mimicking the parameter, I guess what I really mean, the parameter number on the screen? They should be exactly the same when it comes to the plethora, because that's not an average. It's not even doing anything. I mean, now I'm going to play with the knobs. Watch this. There's depth. Sorry about that, because I wanted to hit speed, but this is what I'm talking about. Look at that. I'm at 100. Look at it go. Did you see that? Now it's doing it. Now it connected. But it should have connected beforehand. It didn't connect. Here we go. Wow, look at that. 3.2. That's right. 0. Okay, so now let's do the old, take the volume down, because I don't want it to be that strong, so I'm going to take what I've been trying to do is get it to -3 or 4. I'm going to save the tone print. Here we go. Save it and call it test. Test. And then we're done. Okay, so now you saw it flashed the way it did. Okay, so now what happened? The flanger is gone. What happened to the sound? So now here we go. Gonna take it, since it said it was the mic said it possibly zeroing out. So I went from -100 to 0. Nothing happening. Okay, so let's, nothing's happening. Let me go, let me try and put a tone print on. Let's go for the classic. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's not working. Let's go to jet flange. Actually, let's go to jet. Nothing. Let's go to my user. Plethora, vortex, test. Let's load it, store it in the board. Now I'm going to store it in the board. Well, why would I store it in the board? I don't know if I'm making a mistake, but it would, if I clicked on it, as I did, and it says test right there, nothing happening. I'll store it in the board anyway. Now it's stored in the board. Nothing's happening. I think that's pretty much it. Hopefully this will help you guys out. See what the error is, and hopefully you can test all the tone prints, I guess, not tone prints, but the variables of every tone print that you have, because this does happen on other stuff. I try to delay, especially the chorus, the tri-chorus, the volume on the tri-chorus itself doesn't even get up there at all. I own the 40th anniversary, and I have the Tritronics tone print in there, and I've used that religiously on the 40th anniversary, and it doesn't even come close to what's on the tone print itself that's up on your site. I'm afraid to plug that in because I don't want to lose that tone print. Thank you. Hopefully this resolves some problems. Well, actually shows you the problem that I'm having. Could it be the unit, since you saw exactly what was going on with this unit updating the firmware or doing what it was doing in the beginning of the video? I hope so. Thank you very much, and thank you, Mike Nickel, for listening and helping me out. Thank you.